everybody, my name's Nicole and today I am making a delicious soup with our Philadelphia cooking cream. I'm so excited about this soup because I am using one of my favorite summer vegetables, fresh corn. Now summertime, the end of spring is the best time to get corn because it's fresh, it's cheap, and you can find it just about anywhere. So we are going to make a coconut corn chowder today. So I have a saute pan. I have it set on medium with about 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So we're going to saute down half of a Vidalia onion. Now that's a nice sweet onion. It's going to go great in our corn chowder. So I have minced it up and I'm just going to add it to my saute pan here. Okay, and then I have about 4 ounces of chopped white button mushrooms. And we're going to add that in. So the onions and the mushrooms are going to saute down and get nice and golden and have just a delicious flavor. And then we're going to mix that into our base for our soup. So to start the soup, while our onions are cooking, we are going to start with vegetable broth. Now, this is a vegetarian soup. And what I like to do, once a week I like to have a vegetarian night. My husband, meat and potatoes. I love vegetables. So I let him do his thing. He can have hot dogs, he can have fast food, whatever he wants, 1 day a week, and I'm going to do my vegetarian night. So that's what tonight is. So I'm using vegetable broth. Now you could use chicken broth if you wanted also. So I have 2 cups of vegetable broth on, and we are going to add our Yukon Gold potatoes. These potatoes are great because they're this beautiful yellow gold color. They're nice and buttery. They are going to go great in our coconut corn chowder. So I have about 4 small potatoes that I have scrubbed clean, and I've just cut them, cubed them to small pieces, so they're going to cook nice and quick, and they're going to be a nice creamy addition to the chowder. But I did not peel them. I like to leave the skins on. So we're just going to add these right to our broth. Perfect. And we're going to let that simmer on about medium for about 10 minutes until our onions and mushrooms are done cooking. And then we have our cooking cream. I'm using the original flavor today. It's going to add that nice texture, that big, creamy, rich flavor that we all love so much in chowders. Y'all know how I am with my kitchen tools, so I have a corn zipper, that's what I call it here, and it's going to help me get the corn kernels right off of our cob. We need about 2 cups of corn for our chowder. So we are just going to cut those corn kernels right off, just like that. Obviously, if you don't have a corn zipper, you could just use a knife. Okay, so we're done getting our corn. Generally, 1 large ear of corn will give you about a cup of corn kernels. However, I had smaller corn, so I used about 4 or 5 ears of corn to get my 2 cups. And my pups love it when it's soup night and I'm cutting up vegetables because I always drop some, and you can't see it right now, but I have puppies licking my feet. They're so happy to eat this corn. So we're going to add this fresh corn right in with our potatoes, and now we're going to add our coconut milk. I have 1 can of coconut milk, which is about 2 cups, and I just mix that up because sometimes it can separate when you open the can. Coconut milk is used in a lot of Asian cooking, so you can usually find it in the Asian aisle of your grocery store. And I love the flavor of coconut milk. It is delicious in soup. If you haven't tried it before, you have to try it. It just gives a really light, sweet flavor. And it's going to go great with this sweet corn. Okay, so I've mixed it all together. Now we're going to add our sauteed onions and mushrooms that have cooked down beautifully. Then we're going to do our cooking cream. So I'm going to use half of a container of cooking cream, which is going to be a nice thickening agent to my soup. So that's 4 ounces of the original flavor cooking cream. Okay, lastly, I have some beautiful red pepper. There are many sweet peppers. You can get them in red, orange, yellow, a bunch of different colors. They have a great sweet flavor. They're not spicy, but they also give a nice pop of color to your dishes. So I like to add them as a garnish or mix them in to different dishes that I'm making. So I have just chopped up one small pepper, which is about this size, and I seeded it, chopped it up, and we're going to mix that right in. If you couldn't find these peppers, you could always go with maybe half of a red bell pepper. That's a nice mild flavor too. Alright, and lastly, we are going to add some lime. We're going to add some zest to our soup. The zest from half a lime. Okay, so we are going to do the juice of one lime, just straight into our soup. I love the smell of lime. Delicious. Alright, and we're just going to let this soup cook down for another 15 minutes or so, just to let those flavors meld and everything get nice and creamy. And then we're going to be ready to serve, and I have one more surprise coming that you're going to love. My kitchen smells amazing right now. You can smell all those delicious vegetables, that coconut milk, the lime. It smells great. So now I'm going to do my topping for my soup. I have half a cup of shredded coconut. I'm going to add that to a warm saute pan, and we're just going to lightly toast this coconut. Doesn't take long. Once your pan heats up, this coconut is going to start turning brown. We're just going to stir it up, and then we're going to take it off the heat so it doesn't burn. And then that's going to be a beautiful, fresh, flavorful sprinkle on top of our soup. And the surprise you were waiting for, I'm not serving this in just a regular bowl. You know me better than that. We have to do something fancy with this chowder. So I have fresh sourdough bread bowls that I got from the bakery today. These are delicious, and your guests love when you come out with something kind of whimsical and fun like this. So we're just going to pour our creamy soup right in the bread bowl. The bread is going to soak up that soup. Then you have the bread on the side to dip right in there, and you can eat the whole bowl. How delicious is that? It's going to be nice, rich, and filling. So here is our delicious coconut corn chowder in our sourdough bread bowl. I've topped it with a garnish of toasted coconut, which gives it that sweet, toasted pop on top. It is delicious. And you know, with something this hearty and rich, with all these fresh veggies, you don't even miss the meat. So why don't you try doing a vegetarian night once a week with your family? The kids will love it. It's a great way to introduce them to fresh seasonal vegetables. So my name's Nicole, and I'll see you next time.